So next we are going to start different functions of human resource management. Now let me give you an interesting thing, a fun fact. See, when some people, when they're asked the, when they're asked to define the term human resource management, they'll give you a definition which, which sounds like this. They tell that human resource management is the process of planning, organizing, directing and controlling the human resource in an organization. Now you would have heard this definition. Now this definition, defines the term human resource management, but this definition does not give a clear picture of, the term human resource management. What you are doing if you are giving this definition of, human resource management means planning, organizing, directing and controlling the human resource in an organization. When you give out this definition, you are basically giving out only a few, few things that are involved in human resource management, but you are not giving a complete picture of the human resource management. Here in this definition, by giving this particular definition that we just discussed, here you are basically giving out a part of, the functions of human resource management in the form of a definition. Is that definition wrong? No, it is not wrong, but the thing is that particular definition does not give a clear picture. So always remember, when someone asks you a detailed, definition of the term human resource management, always try to give the definition that we have discussed in the starting with an example, right? That definition gives you a clear picture of the term human resource management. Now coming back to this topic of functions of human resource management. See, basically human resource management functions are basically classified into two groups. The first set of functions are managerial functions, where you talk about different managerial functions that are performed in human resource management or while managing the human resource in an organization. That is, here we talk about planning, organizing, directing, controlling, and we also have non-managerial functions. Now when I told that that particular human resource management definition that some people prefer does not give you a complete picture of human resource management, what I meant was, see, if you give that definition telling that, human resource management is a process of planning, organizing, directing and controlling the human resource in an organization. See, what happens, I told you, right? You are missing out so many things that have to be, still communicated, right? See, consider that particular definition. Human resource management is the process of planning, organizing, directing, controlling human resource in an organization, right? See, in planning thing, what you do, you basically plan for the workforce requirements, right? In directing, what you do, you direct the employees, towards telling that, you do this particular task, you do this particular task. In this way, you are directing things. Okay. Now, there are so many things that happen between these two things, right? See, between planning and between directing, where are you telling that you are going to, procure these or you are going to recruit the employees? You are not covering that part here. That's why I told you, right? If you give this definition of this particular small definition, you are missing out so many different things in the definition of human resource management. That's why, that's why I told you that if anyone asks you the definition of human resource management, always try to give the detailed one that we have discussed in the starting. Coming back to this topic of human resource management functions, see, basically human resource management has so many different functions. All those different functions are categorized or they are grouped into two groups, which are managerial functions and non-managerial functions. Now let's discuss what are the different functions that come under the managerial part and what are the different functions that come under the non-managerial part. Okay. Now see, the functions of human resource management. The functions of human resource management are categorized into two groups: managerial functions and operational functions, which are non-managerial, generally non-managerial functions. Now each of them are further classified as follows. Managerial functions. In managerial functions, that means what are the different managerial functions when, that we take care of in human resource management? We take care of planning the human resource, organizing the human resource, directing the human resource and controlling the human resource. So these are the managerial functions. Now let's look at the operational functions, or which are basically non-managerial functions. See, under operational functions you have so many different things which are related to the operations part of the human resource. This, managing of human resource. Here we have procurement, we have development, we have compensation part, we have integration aspect, we have maintenance aspect that we look after while managing the human resource in an organization, right? So these are the operational functions, whereas these are the managerial functions. Now we just discussed that in operational functions, in this group of operational functions you have so many different concepts like procurement, development, compensation, integration, maintenance, right? That means when we talk about procurement function, what are the different things that we concentrate on in this procurement function are, we talk about job analysis, we talk about human resource planning, we talk about recruitment, we talk about selection, placement, induction, orientation, transfer, promotion, separation, all these things all these things we concentrate on in the procurement, as a part of the procurement function. Now, when we talk about the developmental function, what are the different things that we concentrate on while in the development aspects of the human resource? We concentrate on, performance appraisal, we concentrate on training, we concentrate on development, we concentrate on career planning, etc. Right? Now, don't get confused that we have not discussed about so many things here. Like, we have not discussed what do we mean by job analysis, we have not discussed what do we mean by performance appraisal and all these things. So each and everything that we are about to discuss in this particular concept of different functions of human resource management will be discussed in the later part of this subject in a very detailed way. Okay, for now, just keep this in mind, because once we complete this entire subject, you will definitely easily get all these concepts in your mind as soon as I say functions of human resource management. Okay, now, in compensation part, as a part of the compensation function of human resource management, or as a part of the compensation dimension while managing the human resource in an organization, we take care of so many different things. Like, we'll take care of job evaluation, we take care of the wages, we take care of the salaries, the bonus, the incentives, the payroll, all these things we take care of while managing the human resource in an organization in compensation dimension, or in compensation aspect, or as a part of the compensation function. Now, when we talk about the integration function, we are just talking about the motivational levels, the relations and all these things, like motivation, grievance handling, collective bargaining, conflict management, discipline, etc. Okay, now, while talking about the maintenance part, that means when we are telling that maintenance is also one of the function of human resource management, that means we are telling that, okay, yes, we also do maintenance while concentrating on this human resource management, or while trying to manage the human resource in an organization through so many different things, like looking after the health, safety, welfare measures, looking after the audit, social security research, etc. So basically, these are the different functions of the subject human, or basically these are the different functions of the concept human resource management. So all the functions of human resource management are generally categorized into two groups. One are called as managerial functions, the second one are called as operational functions, which also are non-managerial functions. In managerial functions, we have planning, we have organizing, we have directing, we have controlling. And when we move on to this operational functions or non-managerial functions, here we talk about so many different functions which are basically non-managerial in nature. That means here we talk about procurement, or we also do procurement, we also do development, we also do look after the compensation, we also do look after the integration, we also do look after the maintenance part. So these are basically the functions of human resource management. Now, if you expect, or basically if you get this as an essay question, now if you just mention all these things, and even if you write single line relating to each and everything, that means planning, when you if you keep the heading of managerial functions, and within managerial functions, number one, planning, and if you write that telling that this aspect or this function, this planning function looks after the human resource planning, or basically about the workforce requirements in an organization. In this way, if you write single line also relating to each and everything here, you will get almost full marks. So basically, these are the different functions of human resource management.